Today I felt like garbage, and I've been trying to identify what is this emotion that I'm feeling. Why do I feel like garbage? And I think the emotion that I came up with is rotting, because I've been lazy, I guess I would say today, because I haven't done a lot, but I have all these things that I know I must do. Like, it is imperative that I do it. It is important, yet somehow I can't muster up the courage to do it. I know that I should, but there's just some resistance, and this resistance is hard to explain because it feels awful when I'm not doing it. So you would think that it'd be easy to do what I should do because I have this terrible feeling. But now that I'm walking, now that I'm creating, I'm vlogging, I'm expressing my thoughts and gaining clarity in the process, I already feel better. So as soon as I stepped outside and realized this is what I'm gonna do, I felt better. But I want to talk about this feeling because I know I'm not the only one. I know there are a lot of other ambitious people that deal with this resistance, and this resistance is something that we must overcome in order to accomplish our goals. And there's just so much that I want to accomplish, but I have to make the most out of my time in order to do so, because time is so finite, it is so limited, and that is why we must utilize it optimally. We must efficiently use our time, because before you know it, we're not going to have the opportunity. Our time is going to be past, and we're going to have regret. And I already have regret, but I'm in the present and I have the ability to do something about it. So I guess one thing that I could do is record myself every single day, and that could just, like I said, it makes me feel better, so it allow me to feel better. It allow me to gain clarity, because instead of keeping my thoughts in here, I'm speaking them, and not only to the camera but out loud and to myself. And that just allows me to go to further thoughts that I wouldn't have thought of if I kept them in my head. So I want to use that as a recommendation for you if you are a similar person like me who stresses out about not fulfilling their potential, who knows they have so much potential to fulfill, but for some reason find it hard to get themselves to do it. There's infinite aspects that I could be improving myself in, but the main ones is content creation, finance, and gym. The value I want to provide is any type of motivation or hope I can provide for the people who are in the similar boat just like me. I'm guilty of being defeated by that resistance up until now, until I am creating and being productive and doing something with myself and not just rotting. That rotting is such a horrible feeling, but I feel like I feel like I have to be in that circumstance in order to be qualified to provide the value after I conquer it. And I have not fully conquered it, but if I record and document my journey and my battle with it, then whenever I do conquer it, well, about to slipped, then I'll have the proof. You know, you're not going to take the words of somebody who hasn't been through what you're going through. So that's why I'm showing I am human, I am normal, I have resistance that I can't beat all the time, but I want to. So whenever I do, I can just provide how. And I guess the first step is just getting out of your environment. I guarantee once you get out of the place that you have been staying in, which is probably your house, you're gonna feel all the much better. You're not gonna be trapped in a literal box. We live in boxes, and the second you break free from that box, you start to have different thoughts because you have a different environment. You see something and that triggers a thought. So if you change your environment, that's going to trigger a different thought pattern, and that is what's key to having more beneficial thoughts rather than the same recurring thoughts. You're not going to get anywhere with that. Like me just going on this walk, I did not know all of this I was going to be talking about, but I am talking about it because I am just having these thought patterns leading to more and more, because I am changing my environment constantly. So go on walks and just talk to yourself, record yourself like me if you want. It's an option. There are so many different ways, but I guarantee you this is a great way, because I feel great now. I feel like I'm doing something. All I've really done today is just work out. That's the main productive thing I've done, and everything else has really been just wasting time. And like I said, time is finite. We can't waste it, because we are not young forever. We are not alive forever. You have a limited amount of time, so make the most of it, and by doing so, you will feel so much better about how you lived your life. This is a cool format. See, whenever I take a long time to create a video that's super high quality because I want it to perform optimally, it's me taking out a lot of authenticity, but this is leaving all the authenticity. I'm not doing it to get maximum engagement. I'm doing it just to share my thoughts. And I think that is key. I think if I do this every single day, I think that is going to be just so much more beneficial than if I didn't, because I'm going to be capturing day by day myself, my journey, my thoughts, my perspectives, and every single day I'm going to grow older and have different thoughts. So why not share them and document them? Because I'm not sharing them to not only you, but also to my future self. Whenever I am in the future and I look back at my videos, I will be able to recapture my mindset and my perspective and learn from it. I would remember, hey, I thought this at one time, what happened? Oh yeah, I learned this. Or, oh no, I forgot about that. There's so much value that can be stored digitally. Peaceful day on the golf course. That honestly sounds good. I've lived here for over 2 years and I still haven't went golfing on this golf course, and I have full opportunity to. I have a golf set and I have access to it. Like, I really should take advantage of that. And I thought about it for a second, but I did this instead. So I'm not upset about that, but I do need to make time for that. I am going tomorrow to see Shane Gillis live in Kansas City, and I'm super excited about that. But I was just thinking to myself, like, I feel like crap now, but I'll feel good tomorrow because I'm going to be changing my environment. I'm going to be doing something fun, and that's going to allow me to bring up my state. But I didn't want to wait till tomorrow. I wanted to do something now because I have the power to. I need to, because if I don't, then that is just, like I said, wasting my potential, wasting my time, and that is just like the biggest sin. That is so cool. They're having a picnic on the golf course. Even though I think they're a golfer still, but you know, kudos to them. Kudos. I don't know exactly what that word means. Like, I guess I know, but like I never really looked up the definition. Kudos. Like props. It's a weird word. Something that I'm just not familiar with, but I know how to use it. Anyways, something crazy happened last night. So I came across this girl that I think is one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, and it genuinely motivated me to work on myself and grind harder. And that is all I could think about, is I need to become the man worthy of her. But I still was lazy today. I don't understand it. Even with that extra incentive, I still was lazy, and I hate it. And I just hate that. I hate the fact that I hate it this much and I still don't do something about it. I still don't take action. I still don't optimally grind. One day I will crack the code though. One day I will become that person, because I am sedulous, I am dedicated, and I am diligent. I may not always be, but I am persistent. I will not give up. I refuse to, because if I refuse, that's when I lose, and I will not lose. I will win. I will succeed. I will persist until I succeed. My channel is pretty much a documentary of me. Like, it is just me vlogging, me making videos. And let's say one day when I am gone, this is the main thing that I'll have left, is my channel. I won't have much more that I have created that will be easily accessible or as valuable. So that is why I enjoy creating content, because it is immortal, it is eternal. It will live forever. It will live way past me. So whatever I create today, it means something. I really like this camera too, this tool that's allowing me to capture these moments. This is using face tracking, so I don't even have to worry about where I'm facing it like a phone. And I have a little tiny tripod that is just like perfect for holding in my hand, and it doesn't have to be too crazy. Like, this camera is shorter than this, which is pretty crazy, and it looks like good quality, so I feel good to be utilizing it rather than just having it in a drawer. I love optimization. I love using things, because if not, it's wasted potential. If you have electronics like I do, just chilling in a drawer, they're not using their potential, but they have unlimited potential. You could do anything with a camera. You could literally never run out of things to record. Every single day there are infinite things to record, and out of those things there is a scale on how valuable what you're recording is. So if I record myself every single day, I will have a difference in value that I document. And I just realized, like, Just looking at the camera like this, I feel so much more engaging. I'm looking at the camera, and I believe that if I continue to do this consistently, I'll become so much better at it. But also, like I said, if I record every single day, then one of those days is going to be the highest quality video, the highest valued video. It will be all the way up here. And if I have something like that to leave behind, whew, I'm not going to have that regret that I've been talking about. I'm going to feel fulfilled. I know I talk about potential all the time, how we have unlimited potential and that we should fulfill it. So if that's not what you like to hear, because I say it all the time, then this is not the video for you. This is not the channel for you, because I'm not apologetic about it. I am all for spreading awareness of people realizing that they have this potential that they are not utilizing to their fullest. There is a very few select people that do, and I look up to those people, and you should find your people in your niche that you look up to, because they are the examples that we can take after, the mentors, the guidance that we need. So I think that's really cool. You may feel incompetent, but you can look at somebody else who is competent and realize that there is no difference between you and them besides they put in the work, and you are just as capable. Now that I've gone on this walk, I have more clarity. I know what I probably should do. And what I should do is record myself daily and provide value. And how I do that and not just talk about the same value over and over again, because that gets repetitive, is listen to podcasts, watch educational videos, just learn. Learning is how we grow, and growth is the point in life. So the more I can grow, the more I can share and teach other people so they can learn and they can grow. Let me know if you want to hear me talk about these perspectives daily that, in my opinion, is valuable. Let me know if you feel like you gain value. The cool thing about YouTube is you have complete creative freedom. As long as it fits into the YouTube guidelines, as long as it is appropriate, you can make any type of content. And you can make as much of it as you want. I could do this for 20 years every single day. And imagine 365 times 20. That many videos, that's insane. And that's something that I would be extremely proud of. So just talking about that is giving me motivation to work towards that, to become that person, to start acting like that person by taking that action. Whenever I'm editing, there are so many videos that I'm not making because I'm utilizing my time towards editing, and that just puts me behind. But with videos like this, I can realistically edit it and post it in a day, which is freaking fantastic. I won't have to stress so much, and I won't hate what I'm doing. If I hate what I'm doing, then I probably shouldn't be doing it. But I enjoy doing this. I enjoy just talking because, like I said, it benefits me, it benefits you, and it benefits my future self. And this is something that I can do wherever. I could go to every single park and do this. And the more I do it, the better I would get at it. I would obviously be passing a lot of people, and that would just force me to adapt to talking to a camera in front of other people without stuttering, without messing up, without letting them steal my focus. And if I have that skill, if I have that ability, oh my goodness, who knows what I could do? I could create anything, anywhere, at any time. 2 months ago, I had this idea for a series, and the thought of it has been so stressful because there's all these different factors that I want to get perfect, and that has caused me to not even start the series. And the series, don't get me wrong, it could be potentially very beneficial for me. It could potentially allow me to do this for a living. But the heart of my channel is self-improvement. I am Sedulous Cam. My banner says self-improvement, development, and growth. That is my core. That is what I should remain focusing on. So this isn't wrong. I feel confident in this. This feels good. Just doing this, I'm growing. I feel so much better than how I felt at the beginning of this video, and especially before I took this video. I can't describe to you what that feeling is. Like I said, it's raw, it's laziness. That is just some broad terms. But the feeling is so hard to describe, but I'm telling you, it feels absolutely horrible when you have all this potential that you're wasting. And I think the biggest disappointment is some people don't realize. No. The biggest disappointment is people who realize they have that, and they don't have that negative feeling about wasting it. They are content with wasting their potential. They are content with being mediocre. But if nobody was mediocre, then nobody would be exceptional. So they are necessary, just like dark is necessary for light. But the ones who feel like they are not meant to be mediocre, they have that instinct, they have that intuition. And if they believe it hard enough, maybe, they just may become exceptional. Maybe I might. And with that opportunity, how could you not take risk? How could you not work towards that? How could you not want that? I mean, it's easy to say you want it. Like I said, I want it. And today I've not taken action besides this and going to the gym. I let that guilt eat me up until I couldn't take it any longer. And thank goodness I couldn't. Thank goodness it caused me to act. If you put your hand on a stove that gradually heated, eventually you would take your hand off because the stove would be too hot. Thank goodness for that discomfort. So ask yourself, do you feel that discomfort? And is it extreme enough for you to do something about it? If not, then you have a problem, but you also have a solution. Whatever it takes, just figure out what you must do in order to reach your goals. Thank you for watching. Leave me any feedback. I'll see you in the next one, and as always, stay sedulous.